welcome to MLC TV News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluence state of Nigeria. I am Matthias Ayodeji Peter. First off, the headlines. President BUHARI meets ICC persecutor, says Boko Haram not about religion or ethnicity. KOGI State Medical Students Association KOSMA on courtesy visits to SSA to KOGI State Governor on electronic media. All Progressive Congress APC has chosen indirect primaries mode of choosing its presidential candidate. And Man City reclaimed league lead after victory over Brighton. Now the news in detail. President Muhammadu Buhari says Boko Haram insurgency has neither religious nor ethnic underpinning, and that with adequate education, majority of Nigerians now know the truth. The president stated this when he received the chief prosecutor of International Criminal Court ICC, Karim Khan, at the State House, Abuja. He said that with concerted public enlightenment, it had become clear to Nigerians that Boko Haram was a perversion of religion rather than an Islamic ideology. He said, God is justice. You can't kill innocent people and shout Allahu Akbar. It's either you don't know the God at all or you are simply being stupid. On his part, the ICC prosecutor said the extremism was like cancer which spread and can also recede. According to him, what Boko Haram does in collaboration with Islamic State of West African Province, ISWAP, is perversion of religion. He said the ICC believed in complementarity which promotes collaboration as against confrontation. Khan urged Nigeria, in concert with other Sahel Lake Chad basin countries, to get the United Nations Security Council to refer the atrocity committed by the terrorist group operating in the region to ICC for investigation. The KOGI State Medical Students Association KOSMA paid a courtesy visit to the Senior Special Assistant to KOGI State Governor on electronic media. The delegation led by the association president Oguche Wisdom and Issa Ogrima said the main reason of their visit is to introduce the association and its activities to the SSA. Wisdom outlined some of the activities of the association in the past years, like free medical outreach and consultation cut across the 3 senatorial districts. He also emphasized the association's role in promoting unity and projecting the state to other parts of the country by creating events like excursions for members of the association in diaspora who have never been to KOGI to come explore the state. They appealed to the SSA for continual support and encouragement. The Senior Special Assistant to KOGI State Governor on electronic media, Billy Avoyiwogu, appreciated the visit and promised her full support to the association, describing them as useful youth and urged them to continue to advocate for peace, unity and togetherness amongst their peers. She said her office door is always open and she will be there for them when needed. Issa Ogrima Mustafa, Director Standing Committee for KOSMA, appreciated the warm reception of the SSC, describing her as a mother and a woman of substance, whom the association is happy to be associated with. A former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Bello Adoke, has disagreed with Afe Babalola over the latter's call for the suspension of the 2023 general elections. Babalola, a senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, called for an interim government after the expiration of President Muhammadu Buhari's tenure that would pave way for a new constitution for the country. But Adoke, also a senior advocate of Nigeria, said the call for the suspension of the 2023 election cannot be justified at this time, adding it will create a gap in our democratic transition capable of truncating our democracy. He said the interim government is alien to constitutional democracy as Nigerian constitution has no provision for it. Drawing attention to the crisis that engulfed Nigeria during the Ernest Shonekan-led interim government, Adoke said an interim government is a recipe for a military coup because of the gap it creates in the country's governance. He argued that the 2023 elections are around the corner and the electorate is already primed to exercise their power. While disagreeing with Babalola, whom he described as a legal luminary, Adoke raised some questions. The former AGF who served in President Goodluck Jonathan's regime suggested that all processes required to enable us to transit to another democratic dispensation successfully, all hands should be on deck to ensure that our institutions such as INEC, political parties delivers on their mandate. Nicholas Ojodomo has commended Ambassador David Onoja Gabriel, the president of Enemona Foundation, for extending his hands of blessing to the people of the Benin Republic. He described Enemona's love for humanity as unequivocal, adding that his commitment is to serve the needy and give voice to the voiceless. It's a passion that's begotten a vision and mission that bettered Enemona's foundation on the purpose of humanitarian service. Nicholas Ojodomo described David to the project of his foundation as the guardian love for the welfare state, where everyone is involved in community development for general benefit. A female passenger on her way to Lagos from Abuja slumped and died at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Officials at the Federal Airport Authorities of Nigeria on Thursday stated that the traveler had health challenges before she passed. However, other passengers at the terminal when the incident happened knocked fan for delaying to send doctors on time to attend to the passenger before she died. A social media post from someone who witnessed the incident, Felix Ashimole, accused fan of not sending medical attention when it was needed most by the passenger. The post read in part, "For 13 minutes, no fan medical personnel. She died in my hands and a few others. A medical doctor on his way to Kano tried, but as he finally said, we lost her." When contacted, the acting general manager, corporate affairs of FAN, Wok Mbaze, confirmed the development to her correspondent but argued that the authorities intervened as fast as it could. She said FAN regrets that this kind of thing happened, but she was a passenger that already had the condition and anything could just happen to anybody really. Vogue commiserated with the family of the deceased and stated that the passenger was moved to the Nigerian Air Force medical facility at their airport. Now on politics.
Every country has its peculiar system of government. In Nigeria, we practice democracy, and this is applicable in some countries across the globe, including the United States of America. What is democracy? It is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. In the political arena, we are ready to x-ray how we play politics in Nigeria and other countries. The challenge of power shift syndrome, how it has impacted or affected the people. How can we make it better for all? Join Fatima Yacob on Melkite TV online every Saturday by 9 p.m. to discuss and to examine all about the politics and the power that be.
Mr. President, I was once there as an opposition senator. There was never a time that we called the president at that time, who was a PDP president, an insult, because this is our institution. And if we don't conduct ourselves with dignity and respect, nobody will respect us.
The heads of security in Nigeria made several different explanations for killings of our citizens.
The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I hereby forward for the confirmation by the Senate the appointment of the underlisted nominees as National Commissioners and Resident Electoral Commissioner for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
To watch or subscribe to our YouTube channel, Melkite TV, like our Facebook page, MLC TV, and follow us on our Instagram, MLC TV 2021. We are here to inform, educate, and to criticize constructively. Don't miss it.
Following resistance by the major stakeholders and presidential aspirants to consensus, the ruling All Progressive Congress APC has chosen indirect primaries as the mode of choosing its presidential candidate for the 2023 poll. Some leading presidential aspirants and stakeholders were vehemently opposed to consensus and vowed to test their popularity amongst the delegates of the party. The Abdullahi Adamu-led National Working Committee (NWC) of the party had earlier proposed the indirect method, which the National Executive Committee of the party did not oppose at its meeting yesterday. Indeed, NEC ceded its powers to the NWC for the next 90 days as the party pegged the cost of presidential nomination and expression of interest forms at 100 million naira. By jettisoning consensus and choosing direct primaries, it means that no fewer than 7,747 delegates of the party will choose the 2023 presidential candidate of the APC. The development has accelerated the race for delegates support by no fewer than 16 presidential aspirants who have declared their intentions to run. Each of the aspirants, apart from the females, must cough out 100 million naira for the nomination forms. Women among them will pay half of the fees. Vanguard gathered that the form will be on sale from April 23. The development came as President Muhammadu Buhari warned the leadership of the party against imposing those he referred to as unpopular candidates who are incapable of winning elections. Speaking at the 11th NEC meeting of the APC, the president said such actions in the past has forced out stronger aspirants who found acceptance in opposition parties. The president also vowed to go tough on criminals, noting that the major security challenges have remained in the North Central and Northwest, saying, "We are going to be very tough." The meeting was attended by the President Muhammadu Buhari, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, Senate President Ahmad Lawal, House Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila, and other critical stakeholders who are members of the NEC. The president also pleaded with all those in court to withdraw their cases and make use of internal party mechanism. He said, "I enjoin you all to follow due process in all the party processes and, more importantly, to develop more mechanism against corruption." He called on all party members to abide by all extant laws, rules and regulations, and to leaders of the party to avoid imposition of candidates that cannot win popular elections. Kogi State Disability Affairs has commended the National Working Committee of the All Progressive Congress for making nomination form free for their members. The Executive Secretary, Barrister Zacchaeus Zari Michael, stated this in an interview with journalists. He commended the APC NWC for listening to the voice of the vulnerable, adding that the people living with disabilities will, by this gesture, have a sense of belonging, particularly as over 25 million of them are active voters. In his words, "I am happy to announce to you that the nomination form for the PLWD is now free. In an unjust society, silence is a crime." Barrister Dari therefore urged all the people living with disabilities to nominate credible and competent aspirants, ensuring that it would enable them to contribute to making laws and implementing laws that will further their cause. He thanked the neck of the APC and assured that the gesture had once again proven that the APC remained the party to beat in 2023. A pressure group, Peter Obi Support Network, has called on former Vice President Abubakar Atiku to discontinue his quest for the presidency and support the aspiration of a former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi. It said the call was informed by the need to ensure equity in the affairs of Nigeria, adding that it is the turn of the Southeast geopolitical zone to produce Nigeria's president. The duo had contested for the presidency on the same ticket in 2019 presidential election, but the Peter Obi Support Network, in a statement by its Media and Communication Committee member comprising Emeka Kalu, Kabil Garba, Adigun Makojola, Mase Ngboge, and Sani Said, said Atiku should consider the interests of Nigeria and step down. The statement reads, "We write on behalf of millions of our members across Nigeria to call on you, our party leader, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, GCON, to seize the moment and show again the leadership you ably demonstrated in 2019 when you rose above primordial considerations to choose Peter Obi as the PDP vice presidential candidate, an action that got the entire country articulated and obligated." In case you're just joining us, this is MLC TV News. We'll be right back after the short break. Welcome back. Now on crime. Hunters in Ofu chapter in Kogi State have killed 2 suspected kidnappers along Okele-Ochadamu Road in the early hours of Wednesday. The suspected criminals met their Waterloo a few days after attempting to kidnap innocent commuters plying the route after Easter celebration on the 18th of April 2022 before the men of the Nigerian Navy engaged them in a gun battle. The men of the hunters ambushed the criminals' elements after discovering their hideouts in Ochadamu at about 2 a.m. The suspects, who engaged the hunters in a gun duel for over 40 minutes, claimed the life of their 2 members while 3 escaped. Briefing the newsmen at Ochadamu, the special advisor to Ofu local government on security matters, Mohammed Lawal Musa, said the operation was carried out by the men of the Hunters Council of Nigeria to keep the local government safe. The breakthrough followed cases bordering on kidnapping, armed robbery, and unlawful possession of firearms, he explained. Lawal assured the people of the local government that he will continue to work round the clock with the security operative to ensure a safe society for all, while sounding a note of warning to all criminals and intending culprits to desist from crime or having to contend with in the local government. He commended the Ofu chapter of the Hunters Council for their gallant performance, directed all heads of security to beef up security architecture and rout out all criminals from the local government. The special advisor handed over their bodies and the weapons found within their possession to the DPO of the Ofu division. The Kaduna State government has agreed to disburse 18 million naira to families of the 9 persons killed by terrorists during the Abuja-Kaduna train attack. Executive Secretary of the Kaduna State Emergency Management Agency, KATSEMA, Mohammed Mukaddas, said in a statement that the sum of 2 million naira would be given to each family. According to him, the sum of 250,000 naira each will also be given to 32 persons who were severely injured. He said 369 victims were called and offered opportunities for psychological support. 264 persons accepted the offer and were supported. A 23-year-old mother of two, identified as Mercy Samuel, has been allegedly killed by her husband Samuel Matthew in Jos Plateau State. The deceased was said to be living with her husband along the Vom Road in Jos South local government area of Plateau when the incident happened. It was gathered that Mercy allegedly had her abdomen ripped open and intestine cut by her husband, who is now on the run, during a disagreement on Sunday night. She was rushed to the Bingham University Teaching Hospital, Jos, where she was fighting for her life but later died on Wednesday. The State Project Officer, Women's Rights Advancement and Protection Alternative, rapper Jumai Mandaki, who was trying to get support for the late Mercy before her demise, asked all people of goodwill to rise and ensure justice for the deceased. Mandaki explained there had been some violence against her in the past as confirmed by her family, but the husband's family denied any violence. The man ripped open her tummy, removed her intestine and cut it before he disappeared with her phone so she could not call for help. The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Rebecca Sambo, who also visited the deceased family in Gear, Jos South, expressed sadness over the incident and assured the family that the matter would not be swept under the carpet, stating the police have been informed and action has commenced ensuring the young girl gets justice. She advised women to speak out once they sense any danger in their marriages and not give themselves over to be killed by violent husbands, and directed women to approach the gender desk in police stations and report gender-based violence to the desk officers. Now on sports. Manchester City returned to the top of the Premier League as a dominant second-half performance helped them beat a stubborn Brighton and Hove Albion 3-0 at the Etihad Stadium. The home side struggled for a breakthrough in a frustrating first half, but taking the lead in the 53 minutes through Riyad Mahrez. Phil Foden doubled the lead with a 20-yard shot again thanks to a deflection before Bernardo Silva made sure of the point with a curling finish after good work by substitute Olandri Zinchenko. City have 77 points, one clear of Liverpool. Eddie Nketiah scored twice as Arsenal beat Chelsea 4-2 in a thrilling match at Stamford Bridge. The striker scored his first on 13 minutes when he pounced on Andres Christensen's loose pass to slot the ball past Edouard Mendy. Chelsea equalized 4 minutes later thanks to Timo Werner's deflected shot. But the visitors went back in front on 27 minutes after a slick counter was finished superbly by Emile Smith-Rowe. Chelsea leveled again 5 minutes later when Cesar Azpilicueta converted Mason Mount's low cross on the latter's 100th Premier League appearance. Nketiah put Arsenal in front for a third time on 57 minutes when he turned in a Nuno Tavares cross. Bukayo Saka earned and scored a penalty in stoppage time after Azpilicueta had brought him down to draw Arsenal level with 4th place Spurs on 57 points. Chelsea stayed third on 62 points. And that's the size of our package today. Join us tomorrow at the same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV. Like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, Twitter at MLC TV1. For your event coverage, information, contribution, advert and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Friday and Saturday to watch our special programs. Friday 9 p.m. Local Government and You, Saturday 7 p.m. Family Affairs, 9 p.m. Political Arena, and Women's World Sunday by 6 p.m. It's Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Matthias Ayodeji Peter. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Thank you.